Hi everyone, it's Desert Rose. I filmed an unboxing before making this video, but I was all over the place, so I figured I would quickly redo it. I didn't look through the cards, but I was looking through the book. So I did do a pre-order. This is my first pre-order, and as soon as I saw the images on Instagram, because the artist is on there, I fell in love with it. The color palette is, well, I'm really interested in the types of images that she has, and also the color palette is really beautiful too. So this is the Hip Chick Tarot by Maria Strom, and I'll leave her Instagram below. I love this salmon color. So I'm not gonna read too much of what's in here, so mainly because I don't want to reveal too much, and also I don't have a lot of I didn't charge my phone before filming this because I thought the mail was going to come later. It actually came earlier today. So this is: meet a group of strong, diverse women who are dealing with divine pursuits and life challenges that you can relate to. And this is Red Feather, Mind, Body, and Spirit, an imprint of Schiffer Publishing. I love Schiffer Publishing. I think their presentation and the way that they package their decks and books are really great. I usually like the way that they do their cards. It's more of an oracle sized, so I do like bigger cards. So I'm gonna open it up, the sides. In the book, oh, by the way, this is the artist. She's so awesome. You could read that short bio. So you could see that it's the opposite of the box. And I love these colors together. I love all the colors. I don't know if a lot of people watched this show growing up, but my husband mentioned it too. It was Gullah Gullah Islands, and I loved the colors, and it was one of my favorite shows growing up. It's not like the same color palette, but it's more of it being really colorful, and it's not too bright, and I really appreciate that because I love colors, but I much prefer them to be more toned down. So this is the booklet. It says, for all those who know and will come to know the tarot. You hear things in the background. It's probably my husband, my cats, or my dogs. So I love the font that she uses, and with the flowers, I don't know if she was trying to make it more of, I think, 70s, but the flowers are and the font, I keep thinking like groovy. So this is the minor arcana, and closing thoughts are on the last page. So it's 112 pages, and I really do like how she uses all the space in the book. So there's a message from Maria, And oh, so she renamed some of the cards too. And for the court cards, she has family cards. So queen, boss, teen, and child. I see this group of women as a family. So it goes into this description. So it's so personalized. How to use the deck, spiritual growth, everyday life, and the cards. I really love how she has no bad cards and no bad feelings. I really agree with this statement here. Some spreads. And I'm going to get into the cards. So this is the Major Arcana section. So there's a picture here. And the minors have their own page too. I really like how she has... Hi again. So my phone just notified me that it was going down in battery, so I'm going to go quicker. I'm going to try to upload this on my computer and combine these together, so hopefully it will be a part 1 and part 2 for my video. But I was saying that I feel like a lot of people would appreciate the description of the card in the symbols in the card, because I know I'm interested in what the artist's vision was. So that was a flip through of the book, and now I'm going to get into the cards. I had to be a little careful because I took out the bands holding them together. I love the cardstock and the feeling of it, which is a little, well, it is different than the other Schiffer Publishing ones, because usually they're more plasticky feeling. This is more smoother, and I like the cardstock of it. So I'm gonna start flipping through the cards. I'm hoping I have enough battery to do this, so I might go quickly, but I'll make comments here and there. Just because I stacked, that's funny. I stacked stuff on my laptop, so I was charging my phone for a little bit before filming, and then I closed it because my phone is on a couple of things, like this picture. The colors are so fun, and it reminds me of childhood. I really like this one. I'll definitely be in more videos, so after this first impressions, I'll do a review on how I worked with the deck. I'm gonna try to hold it on the camera so you guys can really see it. And I like how it's so simple. It's not busy. I don't want to say simple in a bad way, because it's definitely not in a bad way for me. And I'll pull out a card at the end of the video. So I see the pictures' backgrounds go with their suit. And I like with the representation of women for this deck, but it's lighthearted too, because sometimes it can be more of a serious, some serious subjects when it comes to that. And I really love the paintbrushes because I paint, and I like using acrylics. I really love the artwork because it's fun, and again, it's not busy. I really love this one. Sorry, I'm rushing a little. And if you see me looking up, I'm looking at the time frame that I have. And I really love how they're all unique. Like, they don't need to fit into a certain clique. They just express themselves. It's a very expressive deck, even with the clothes that the people wear. And I love seeing houses and cards, so I really love this one. This is funny, being on a tropical island or vacationing. And I completely relate to this one. My dream is to have, like, with this card, a pink house, because I went to an herbalist when I was visiting my hometown, and the house was pink. It was so pretty. This house is actually definitely a Florida style, because I moved down here because my husband's from Florida, and I'm from the north. We're actually moving back up north at the end of the year, so I'm super excited, but I really feel like I should be. This is such a cute card, because it just reminds me of kid shows from when I was a child. So I should really be appreciating this area, because I know a lot of people would love being in warm weather all the time, and I will miss it, but I am going to be happy to go back to my 4 seasons. And this is such a fun card. Oh, funny story with this card. Me. One time, I guess I tried to sneak out. I don't know why, because my parents, when I got older, it was like when I was 18, I think, around that time, I don't really talk about myself that much unless I want to have somebody know about something. So I went through my backyard door, and one of the neighbors, like, was outside next door, and I was about to leave, and I was having a hard time opening my my backyard door, like the fence door, because it opened up a certain way, and I was kind of like in a certain state of mind, and there was also a huge spider in one of the bushes next to me, so I was trying to ignore that and be like, please don't jump on me. So I actually was like really awkward, and even though my parents didn't talk to my neighbors, I just walked back in. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna go out tonight. Maybe it's a bad night. So this is relatable too. This deck is really relatable because I had that too when you're stressed out, and then you're specifically my cats and even my dogs, they're just like they're really happy, and sometimes they want to comfort me, and sometimes they're just like pay attention to me. This is super dramatic. That's like me. So I love this card. And even they have like the attention to detail here too, even though the line work is more straightforward. I don't want to say simple because I feel like simple would be not the best word, but I'm not thinking about a word to describe it right now. And I like the rebel look that she has. Relatable. If you didn't get a clear look at this one, I keep thinking that I just like look at things like that when I get really fixated on things and I'm working on it. This is funny. It's like I'm still gonna look nice, but I'm gonna do this hard work. What happened to these days? It just brings me back to like happier. Not happier, but I feel like a couple of years ago, like early 2000s and the 90s, because I was born in the 90s, it was a lot easier, and people didn't really, I feel like they were more expressive. Not that people aren't now, because I feel like when I keep talking, it just makes it worse. So I'm just gonna stop talking about that one. I really like this one. That's gonna be me. And we're coming down to the last few. I love cats. I always wanted to wear like different hats, but my head is big, so whenever I wear a hat, it just like makes it more bigger looking. I had to find one that's more, well, bigger, but also longer too, and wider, just bigger. So this is the last card, and I'm going to pull out a card from this deck. And hopefully I have enough battery to read something from the book. I know it notified me at 25%, and that's when it turned off the video. So I got Teen of Create and 10 of Earth at the bottom. And Child of Earth. So I'm going to read the Teen of Create. And I'm really excited to use the bag that she made. It's so beautiful, and I think it's gonna go so well with it. I'm actually gonna put it in here after I read it. So this is where I am right now. Description: Tina Create is racing towards her next adventure with creative energy, symbolized by the rainbow flowing from her paintbrush. Meaning, Tina Create is about physical, mental, and spiritual energy, finding an outlet into the world. You're inspired and ready to make it happen. Now may be the time to move ahead and that business deal, or take your relationship to the next level, or jump on a plane and fly to your dream destination. But there's also the possibility that your enthusiasm is preventing you from seeing the whole picture and making plans needed to make your adventure successful. When this card appears in your reading, your messages usually move forward, but depending on your surrounding cards, you may want to prepare more before you do. So I really like that. And then I'm going to put this in here. Not sure if the book will fit. It looks like it will, actually. Because it seems like I think I could fit that in here. Let me check. Yes. So you can do it like that, or tighten it like this. So pretty. So that was the video. I hope that it wasn't too all over the place. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if I do end up putting a part 1 and part 2, thank you for watching the videos. So I'll see you guys my next video, hopefully.